TIFU by being the only man alive who doesn't use Vaseline as lube. This didn't happen today but last night. I've been back home visiting my parents with my GF for the past week. Now me and my dad have always been really open about things in our life, including things like relationships. So yesterday night around 10 PM things were winding down while myself and my GF decided it was about time to go to bed. Right as we head to bed my dad makes the joke, "Now remember my room is right above yours. I don't want to hear any funny business up there." He was clearly being sarcastic, so we started joking back about how we were going to have crazy coconut up there and he'd just have to listen to it. We all laugh and then we head upstairs to get ready for bed. Now for the second piece of context, I have a skin condition that makes me really itchy downstairs, pretty much everywhere from the groin over to the coconut. So I have a couple creams I use, but for the banana in particular the skin is really sensitive, so I was instructed to just use medicated Vaseline. I usually put in on every night before bed and it helps me from wanting to constantly scratch my cheesecake all the time. So as usual I head to the bathroom, pull out my bathroom bag, and pull out a tub of Vaseline. Our upstairs bathroom door has never fully locked/shut since the door was never aligned correctly, so the door is always openable, but usually it's not an issue. I get some Vaseline on my 2 fingers and start applying to the aforementioned area right as my dad busts in the bathroom to tell me something. I still have no idea why he did this, but it's more than likely he just wasn't thinking. So there he sees his only son, lubing up his banana from a tub on Vaseline, naked as the day he was born. He starts saying, "What are you doing?" and then you can see it click on his face. The tube of Vaseline, me effectively lubing up my zucchini, the jokes about having ridiculous zucchini, all of it. He immediately goes pale and gets super embarrassed, then runs out of the bathroom yelling "Oh, sorry." I was too embarrassed to go talk to him right then, so I just went to bed. This morning when I came downstairs I started to bring it up and he just looked away and said, "What you two do with your free time is no concern of mine." I will probably never be able to convince my dad that I am in fact not into pegging. TL doctor, I used Vaseline on my zucchini for medical reasons and now my dad thinks I like having my girlfriend peg me. Edit. For everyone asking, I have definitely seen a doctor about my condition. And for everyone in a similar situation who wants advice, I highly recommend doing the same. Tell your dad to wait his turn. Edit. Thanks for the gold and silver, strangers. You should have hobbled into the living room sighing and moaning the next morning. Well, now you might as well get into pegging, or let pegging get into you. I don't know a single guy who uses Vaseline for lube. In fact, I don't know many people who use it in general. My dad uses it for his hands and feet since they dry up, crack and are sore all the time since he's in construction, but aside from him I don't know any other man who uses it. Make sure it's not the infamous cashew itch. Chronic itchy cheesecake is the primary symptom. It's no joke for unassuming nut fans. Really? One day I ate like a whole container of cashews and I had the worst groin itch I've ever had. I thought it was the strange soap I was using. TIFU by making fun of my boss's abortion. I am 26, share an office with my boss. I started a few months ago, and it was probably my 2nd or 3rd day when she seemed very ill and miserable, putting her head down on her desk etc. I asked her what was wrong and she said she was having really bad cramps. They must have been really bad, because she said she was going home early. I consider myself very sympathetic to the female condition, so naturally, I assumed she was just having a rough period. I said, "Well, hey, at least you're not pregnant." I laughed at my own comment and patted myself on the back for being such a relatable, funny confidant for women. Several months later she told me that her cramps were so severe that day because she had gotten an abortion that morning. DL, doctor told my boss, "At least you're not pregnant," thinking she was on her period when she had actually just had an abortion that morning. I mean, it was true. At least she wasn't pregnant. But I was still mortified and have removed this comment from my repertoire, as I have said it to probably every woman who has ever told me they were having cramps. Edit. Alright folks, time to head out. Getting a little rowdy in here. This did actually happen, but the way I wrote the post was a joke. Please read my comments for clarification, atonement, and acknowledgement of wrongdoing. Go easy on the actual hatefulness/misogyny. Edit 2. Now that I am being tried before the mob, I regret my tone and embellishment. I have not actually said this to every woman I meet. Just wanted to make the story funnier. We are similar in age and good friends, and I apologized incessantly. She said in hindsight it was the funniest thing. I am lucky I learned this lesson with someone understanding, and I will never do anything ever again. Did y'all forget what sub you are in? This isn't called today. I said something hilarious. Dude, coconut up. He knows he cheesecake up and is owning it. He posted it here for your amusement. And everyone is cheesecake in his cereal. I had typed a comment exactly like this, except I called it r/today. I didn't do anything wrong, but I didn't know if this was going to be a hostile audience. Oh, coconut. Foot in mouth moment. That's morbidly hilarious. r/technically the truth. You live and learn. Don't let the hate comments here get to you. We've all had foot in the mouth moments like that before, to varying degrees. The important thing is that you learned from it, my man. Best of luck. TIFU by Booty calling my crush unintentionally NSFW. This actually happened today, about 20 minutes ago. I don't know what to do with myself, so here I am. Throw away for obvious NSFW reason. So my crush recently moved across the country. I'm still pretty hung up on him, and we chat every once in a while. I never talked to him about my feelings, and he never discussed any potential feelings he had for me, so whatever. I'm still bummed that he's gone, but that's besides the point. We called each other yesterday to catch up, talked about how things are going on our respective states. Was bumming pretty hard today from our chat last night and was bored. So why not flick the bean, right? I started thinking about him while getting things going. What I wasn't aware of was that my phone was underneath me. I don't know if the little AI assistant that lives in my phone heard me say his name and decided to call him, or if I had hit the call last number button. Either way, once I had finished, I picked up my phone and saw his name across the top of my screen. I had been in a call with him for about 10 minutes. I immediately turned my phone completely off. I have no idea if he picked up and was listening, or if I just left him the lewdest 10-minute voicemail of all time. It's also just now occurring to me that maybe he called me. But yeah, I'm mortified and I don't know how to bring it up, if I should even bring it up. TL, doctor, but dialed my crush while masturbating about him. Potentially left him a 10-minute porny voicemail. Hit #next time. This will immediately bring up voicemail options, where you may then erase it. Folded hands. As GT, hit #next time. Lol next time. Looks at username. Fuck Bixby. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. Seriously though, coconut Bixby. If you're interested, just tell him. My brother put it best: if you're afraid of ruining a friendship, it probably wasn't a good one to begin with, and 10 years from now they will be dating/married to someone else and you probably won't have talked to them for 5 years. Maybe he liked you too and moved away because he thought it just wasn't going to happen and he needed to get on with his life. As someone that's well into middle age, I look back at the number of women I liked but never let them know, and now they're with someone else, and I think, damn, I should have at least tried. Maybe it's just middle-aged clarity, but if you are interested in someone, let them know. If they aren't, fine, move on with your life. It's better than looking back and wondering. Do you get shot down sometimes? Of course, but at this point I'd rather know and be able to focus on someone else than be tilting at windmills. I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. Edit, YTF is my biggest post laughing at someone else's suffering. NVM that sound exactly like me, carry on. Also, not to make up paranoid, but no way a voicemail allows a 10-minute voice message to be recorded, so either it kept retrying to record your message, probably only got a min or two, or he answered the phone and was sitting there listening for 10 minutes, which if your phone said 10 minutes I'd probably go with that. If it was me, I'd be seriously flattered. I was floored when a girl I knew out of the blue told me that I was her current favorite person you think about while she was masturbating. We had never dated or talked about it, so I was pretty surprised.